The truth is an irony, just like animal farm. Justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence. Islamic leaders silence. Kings and queens silence. Traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are the workers of composite call. Now by a no better. We are the workers of composite call. One guy's a no better. Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, he needed to know see what I see so. Now your friend on a night come at them. Only papi obeka nice and beer. So I want one over you at two. Everybody was afraid. And when Tina to my cottage again, once my boy dumping one and I but who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me, Nanso bien person veka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini, akuku drofo nyina dalima. Who go say the truth? Obiaja konson so to grow your mansa to me be a cacobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo. When you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Anya safwe mo ayini. Akuku drofo nyina dalima. Who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Kachisa would your mouth pipinuma. Would your mind never shine a frafonsa? But who go tell the truth? TUC, silence. Even journalists, silence. So then who go say the truth? Right is right, wrong is wrong. No matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you. Now the person become your target. Jobless, no they mean senseless. Poverty, no they mean useless. One day, them go resist.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to MyView Show here live on TodayGhanaNews TV. And if you are hearing my voice this evening, it means you are at the right place. You are at the home where on Monday evenings, we do well to bring you the best socio-political talk show there is on air, where we examine the critical matters that affect the lives of Ghanaians, Africans, and those in the diaspora in general. And this evening is not going to be anything different. As we say on this show, we may not have answers to your questions, but what we do have are people who can respond adequately to the questions that agitate your minds. And this evening, we are bringing you one such person who would put, some kind of rest to some of the considerations that you probably would have been thinking about and help you make informed decisions. Today we are going to travel on a very familiar journey, but with a different driver from the one who has always taken us down that journey. And I'll explain when we return to the topic for today. But before I get to the topic for today, let's welcome our viewers and listeners who are joining us all over the world. We say a very warm welcome to our viewers, our listeners on Sakina Information Center in Tatali, Northern Ghana. And we also welcome our listeners on Adilima Information Center, just as we welcome our listeners on High FM 93.7 in Achun Himai in the Eastern region. And we welcome our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. And for all our viewers and listeners who are joining us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, and on all other platforms, we warmly welcome you to today's show. And today, like all other shows, we promise not to disappoint, but to give you the best of shows that you, our viewers and listeners, deserve. Now, in introducing the topic for today, I did say that we were going to go down a familiar road or travel on a familiar journey. What is this familiar journey? For those who are regulars on this show, one of our regular guests on this show happened to come from the UK Ireland chapter of the NDC party. And I'm referring to Mr. Conrad Dumba. Usually he joins us on this platform to help us digest lots of matters as they pertain to social and political and economic matters in Ghana. Well, they say time flies and time flies quickly. All too soon, the tenure for his office as chairman for UK Ireland chapter has come to an end, or is coming to an end soon. And there is a hunt or a search for another person to replace him or to assume the position of chairman of that chapter. And our guest for today is someone who aspires and have ambitions of stepping into the shoes of the chairmanship of the NDC UK Ireland chapter. And he is in the person of Mr. David Kwao. Mr. David Kwao is our guest for today. He is, first of all, a member of the chapter. Well, let me go back. He is, first of all, a member of the NDC party, a member of the NDC UK Ireland chapter, and he is an aspiring candidate for the position of chairmanship of the NDC UK chapter. So Mr. Kwao is joining us this evening, and I would like to welcome him to the show. Mr. Kwao, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Albert, and good evening to all listeners. It's an opportunity, and I'm happy being here for us to discuss UK and Ireland chapter and Ghana as whole. So thank you, and I hope all questions we'll be able to answer all questions.
Yeah, we are not afraid. When we have our friends from the UK Ireland chapter, we have no fears at all. They are always able to answer our questions to the best of their ability and to our delight. So we are happy to have you, and thank you for making time to join us.
Thank you.
Now, we did introduce you as a member of the NDC UK Ireland chapter.
That's
what
right.
we do is that the NDC party have branches. These can be a little confusing in the eyes and ears of people who are not familiar. So when they say chapter, when they say branch, what are those within the NDC fraternity?
Okay, thank you, Albert, and thank audience again for taking your time to listen to us. Okay, NDC, when we say chapter, it's like a head office. And then we have branches. So currently we have, let's say we have 30 branches in the UK. And then we have a chapter, which is only one. So the chapter oversees the branches. That's what happened. And the chapter has not got members. All members belong to a branch.
Oh,
Yeah, so the chapter plays the role between the branches and let's say Accra.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
the chapter is more like an umbrella organization under which the branches in a particular chapter fall under.
that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So well, for you, you said the chapter has no members. Members come from branches, which means that you would be coming from a branch. Which branch are you in the UK Ireland chapter?
Okay. I was the branch chairman for North London branch. So just immediate election, because I've aspired to contest for the chapter chairman, I have to, vacate that position for somebody else to. So I was the branch chairman for North London branch. Yeah.
North London branch.
Yes.
For how long have you been have you held that position?
In our party, we tend to have election every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I held the position for 4 years. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And
And then after
before,
4 years,
mhm.
after 4 years, in case you want to continue, then you contest again. Should you win, you continue. Yeah.
Okay. But before you assumed the position of chairmanship of your branch, were you initially a member, and probably how long were you a member of your branch?
Okay, then maybe I started politics since 1996. Let me start from there. That's about 3 decades. Yeah,
You said since
96.
1996.
That's right. Yeah,
Just how do you call that? 4 years since the inception of the Fourth Republic.
that exactly. Yeah,
Hmm.
and since 1996, that's when I started politics, and that's when I became a member of the NDC.
Okay.
Back from Ghana, and then we started from there, and then we managed to go ourselves to the UK through studies, and we take it from there. But I joined the NDC UK Ireland chapter in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, 2017. That's when I joined the NDC UK Ireland chapter, and since then I've worked with all the administrations. So there happen to be 3 administrations, and I work with all the 3 administrations to date.
Okay. Well, since you took us back to 1996. Let's return to
Okay.
1996 and stay there for a while.
Right.
So in 1996, the
Mhm.
Fourth Republic effectively took place or set off in 1992.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had our second elections in 1996. It
Mhm.
was at that time that lots of Ghanaians started warming up to the
Towards
idea of
politics.
democracy again.
Mhm.
So, how did you get into politics? Let's start from there.
Okay, my background is where I come from.
And
Because
where is that?
okay, I'm an Adam. I come from Adam. Yeah, and then we only understand one thing. It's like, but that's when the PNDC really started. Let's say from AFRC to PNDC. So all that we know is Rawlings. So wherever Rawlings is, that's where you want to be. So just after school, I finished school at 1992. That's okay. Like, what political party should I join? And the obvious one would be because of where I come from. Automatically, I joined the NDC, and that is how I got into politics. But when we go into politics at that point in time, we do not see anything of it. We just we are just, we believe in the person, but we don't really understand the ideology. So it started from there, 96, and then that was the first time I even voted in Ghana. So after that, in 1999, I left Ghana. Yeah, so that is how it started. And since then, I belong to NDC to date. Yeah.
Okay. And you said your constituency is the Ada, right?
Ada East. My MP is Honorable Doyu.
But those days were you under E.T. Mensah at the time, or
no? E.T. Mensah is a Nungo Pram Pram.
Oh,
Nungo
yeah.
Pram Pram. That's how you're talking about Adam. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So well, for lots of people who get involved in politics, like you said, for lots of people, it starts from somewhere. Some of them from family, some through friends, some through personal affinities to some individuals, and then they get into it, and they don't know how eventually they get into leadership. But something usually draws people into assuming or wanting to take over leadership position. throughout this period from 1996, when you joined the party and started following the party, at what point did it start occurring to you that you would want to, probably take up some additional responsibility as in leadership when you joined the party?
Okay. Thank you, Albert, for your question. 1996, as I said, we joined. We believe in the leader, so we're just doing what the party, stand for. But then, let's say late 2000, that is when I started looking back, and I said to myself, okay, I've got something to offer. And if I've got something to offer, I'm not in Ghana, but I'm in the UK. If I'm in the UK, how do I do that? There's NDC in the UK. And since I'm a member of the party, why don't I join NDC and channel my effort or my work through the party that also Ghanaians will benefit even here and back in Ghana. That is when it finally, actually, I was supposed to join earlier, 2016, but there was 1 or 2 reasons that delay. So I finally registered 2017. And when I joined as well, within 3 months, people can see what I have to offer. And then from then, I've been taxed upon tax through the chapter. But then I was just an ordinary member. I'll be tasked through the chapter into some committees, a whole lot of committees that I have to work through to where I got now. And what I also believe is in life, we all have got something to offer. So when the opportunity calls, you have to. And at times you might not think about it, but you just focus, keep doing what you are good at. And when the right time, people will see the benefit in you, or they'll call on you that, look, we need you. Come and help us. And that is the story. Yeah.
Well, so now we have moved from your days in 1996 when you joined now to the UK Ireland. Yeah. For lots of people, when we talk about political activities and politics, especially people in the diaspora engaging in politics back home, the question that people back home, I'm sure you would have come across this question, would be the fact that why are people in the diaspora still interested in politics back home? Because you had your chance to stay in the country and develop it, you ran away, and you are sitting somewhere in your comfort zone in London. So why are you interested in politics back home?
They said, we like it or not. You see, you say home, that is our home. Even if we stay outside in 100 years, that is our home. And we look for it that one day we'll come there. And we also want it to be better than how it was when we left. Because since we've traveled to the Western world, we've learned new ways of doing things. And we can see that we can help to develop it to that standard so that at least everybody will be comfortable. So it's not about our interest. It's development that will help everyone and creation of jobs so that everybody will have something doing. That is the main reason why when we come here, we still want to come back home to help to build our country.
All right. Yeah. So so far, your chapter, like you said, have gone through several phases. Yeah. There have been some other people who have occupied the position that you are aspiring to occupy now. In your experience, and this is going to be my last question for this particular section before we move to the next session of the show. In your experience, what has been the contribution of your chapter in particular, or the diaspora, how do you call it, the Ghanaians in the diaspora who engage in politics? What have been your experience in the contribution that they have had towards the political atmosphere and political environment back home?
Okay. When you talk about UK and Ireland chapter, it's the trailblazer of all the diaspora chapters. And there's a lot of resolutions or things that you might see in our constitution and all that at times we write it from here and we propose it to the national executive, which they use into the constitution that help to streamline activities in Ghana. So we are not just here doing politics here. We are here helping to support the application and propagation of what rules and directives that will help all of us to have a better and comfortable future.
Wonderful. Mostly we have a longer version of the first part of the show. But today we are going to take a short an early break so that we can make much more time for the second part of the show. And during the second part of the show, what we are going to be doing will be to try to take a further deep dive into the position that you are aspiring to contest, or I don't know whether you are contesting already or you are aspiring to contest. All of that we are going to find out when we come back. What your vision for the position is, how you intend to operationalize it, and what people in your chapter should be looking out for. So if you are listening to me or if you are watching me, this is MyView Show here live on Today Ghana News TV, where this evening we have been joined by Mr. David Kwao. Mr. David Kwao is a member of the NDC UK Ireland chapter, and he is an aspirant for the position of the chairman of the of that chapter in the UK Ireland in the upcoming chapter elections. But we are going to take a short break, and when we return, we shall move on, delve further into the position that he intends to occupy, what his vision for the position is, and how he intends to go about things. So go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Enka osro hine. Ka apostle Stephen Amuakuhu, okwantrofo penyi ene kofabaye edema Inner World of God Ministry International. Ewa biblical truth. Miminda ediye nimi ene miminda biya. Abra abo enumre nonso Ghana time. Yeyini life. Ewa Today Ghana News TV. Biblical truths. Power, power, power.
Welcome back to MyView Show here live on Today Ghana News TV, where this evening we are taking a deep dive into the chairmanship position of the NDC UK Ireland and hosting one of the aspirants for the position of chairmanship in the person of Mr. David Kwao. Before we invite him to join us back, let's say a very big thank you to our viewers and listeners. We say thank you to our listeners on Sakina Information Center in Tatali in Northern Ghana, and also say thank you to our listeners on Adelimai Information Center. Also, we say thank you to our listeners on High FM 3.7 in the Sydney region. And also we say thank you to our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. And we welcome and say thank you to all our viewers and listeners who are joining us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, and on all other platforms where you are joining us from. We are grateful for your time this evening. Well, let's take some comments from our viewers and listeners. Then we'll welcome Mr. Kwao to join us back. Our first comment is from first comment, I think from, is it Nana Tafrum? Yes, our first comment is from Nana Tafrum, who says, good evening. You are watching from Tatali, Northern Ghana. Greetings from Sakina Information Center listeners. Thank you very much, Nana Tafrum, and to you and all your listeners or our listeners on Sakina Information Center. Robert Kimpe, you say, good evening. You are watching from Paris, France. Mr. Kwao is a long-time comrade. He is very affable and hardworking. I pray he wins. Thank you very much, Robert Kimpe, for your comment. We are grateful that you made time to join us this evening. Our next comment is from Mavis Boateng. Mavis said, you are watching with the family from Lisbon, Portugal. Thank you very much, Mavis, for doing the listening. Shamaba, you see a party that abundance is defenders on radio will struggle to find defenders tomorrow. Over to NDC appointees. Thank you very much, Shamaba, for your comment. The next comment is from Kweku Adai. You say, Greshu, we are watching from Holland. Thank you very much, Kweku Adi, for your comment. Becky Stone, you say, good evening, Chairman David Kwao. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Becky Stone, for the comment. We are grateful that you made time to join us. Frempong Bafi, you say, please kindly ask him his opinion about the neglect of the grassroots and foot soldiers who fought for the party in opposition but have been neglected. You are watching from Akusi near Sumenya. Thank you very much, Frempong, for your comment. Jaframa TV, you say, please ask him if he has been doing media engagement more often for, I'm not sure, for TGW part. Maybe that's a typo, I guess. You are watching from Rara in Otiru region, Rara in Otiru region. Kweku Ivo, you say, good evening. You are watching from Sukhum in the Eastern region. What is his adopted constituency in Ghana? Okay, thank you very much, Kweku Ivo, for your question. I think, okay, Sekapa TV, you say you are watching on YouTube from Jumapo Nia Koforidua. Thank you very much. Njibodi Efua, you say you are watching from Sinyani Good Show. Thank you very much to all our viewers and listeners who have made time to join us this evening and for making time to share their comments as well. We are grateful to you. Stay tuned to the show. Now, let's welcome Mr. Kwao back to the show. All right, Mr. Kwao, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Albert. And thank you for all viewers and listeners as well.
Yes, I think somebody seems to be familiar with your work. He says you are a very affable person, and he says that
thank you
with your good work. So let's move on to this position now. You intend to contest for the position of chairmanship of your chapter. Have they opened positions already?
No, not yet.
Okay. So for now, you are aspirants and not candidates.
Aspiring, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Before we went on the break, you recall that there've been several chairmanships or chairmen in your chapter. I think the first was it the first I've quite forgotten the name now. The one Comrade Dumba succeeded.
That's Alassane Mbaba.
Mbaba, yes, Comrade Mbaba. and then Comrade Dumba succeeded him, and you intend to succeed Comrade Dumba as well.
That's right.
Now, the position of chairmanship, that is like the arrowhead of the chapter. This is, you are the one that leads the charge, and then all your troops follow suit. The question is simple: why chairmanship?
Okay, thank you, Albert, for your question. As you rightly put it, the arrowhead. In every institution, somebody have to lead. And leading is like the moment you belong to an association and you want good betterments for the association, you have to evaluate yourself and see if you are capable of taking that chapter to a next level. Then you put yourself up there. But you are not just taking it for the sake of the position, but what you are bringing on board. And then that even for you to take that decision, you do not only just assess that. You evaluate a whole lot of things, your availability of time, your commitment, the focus, determination, and the value you are come to add to what is there already. When you put all these together, that give you the decision, give you the opportunity to make the decision that yes, I'm ready for it, and I'll go into that position. Other people, you are not going to do it alone. You have other people who help you to make sure you achieve that purpose. Yeah, so that's one of the key reasons for we to achieve and move the UK and Ireland chapter from where it is now. Because before I will say anything, Chairman Conrad Dumba have done a lot for the chapter. Somebody have to take it from where it is to continue. And I have worked with him close, hand in hand, and I can understand where the journey that we are going. So it makes it very easy for me to pursue it. So let's say the blueprint that we have is already there, that we know what we want to do. So it's for anybody who come and understand, who work within the chapter for the past 4 years, to be very easy for the person to move on and achieve the purpose for the chapter. Thank you.
Well, that's interesting. So you are not coming in afresh, but you have some institutional memory. Before we went on the break, when we were tracing your political history and political journey, you said that you were you are the former chairman of the North Ireland branch.
North London branch.
North London branch, rather.
That's right.
So, in the position as chairman of North London branch, one would say that if you are aspiring to take a step up, they would want to take a step back to look at what you did in the previous position that puts you, that gives you the edge to be able to perform on the higher scale. So, in your position as chairman of North London branch, what are some of the things that you did that you think that if given the opportunity, you can be able to scale them up? And sometimes it may not necessarily be something that you have done successfully, but probably something that you have failed at, which has taught you lessons that you can use to that you can do better when given a bigger position.
All right, thank you, Albert. Okay, I will not start from when I became a chairman of North London. I will start from before I became the chairman. In 2016, as I said earlier, as soon as I joined the chapter, or let's say I joined NDC in the Diaspora UK, my first task was to become a fact-finding committee, three of us, a fact-finding committee to sit on an issue that is pending between some executive members. By then, I was not an executive, I was just an ordinary person. But because they have seen the quality and determination in me, they decided to call upon me to do to take on that task. It did not end there. That was 2017. As soon after that, then came the new administration, which is 2020. When they came, the chapter, even when they were trying to raise the first fundraiser that they did, which they think they've done very well, I was a brain behind it for the chapter. And then I was not even a branch chairman, I was just an ordinary member. Because from implementation of everything to the point of raising the money, yes, it did not end there. From there, we went to Ghana as well. during the 2020 election, I was in the national team, that's what we call it, the logistic team, who ensure for the accreditation. You know, during election, you have accreditation card that will be sent from, the chapter, the party head office to all regions,
Yes.
or part of that.
Yes.
That team that have to make sure that's being done and then posted as well. So my journey did not just start because I became a chairman. That's when it started. Then the lastly is that when I became the chairman as well for North London branch, there's a lot that we've done. There is a committee for registration and all that. There's nothing that has happened there that I was not part of it. And even this 2024 election, you heard that they said you can Ireland have done a lot to help this in the Ghana through this election. My fingerprint was there because I work closely with the chapter. Although at times people think that I'm a chapter executive, but I'm not. I'm just a branch executive. But most of the time, the chapter call on me to support in things doing. And then that is how I know that, yes, with me doing all this, it's become my second nature. That is very easy for me to just slot into that position since I know the journey already. To take it from where it is now to where I want it to be. Also, you see, why do I want to be there? When we were doing all this process to get to where we are now, we went through challenges and we learned from those challenges to get it here. So we understand where we are going now. But then if you bring somebody who have no knowledge of what the challenges are and to take us there, if you're not very careful, the person would rather be taken us backwards. And we don't want to go backwards. We want to progress and to build on the better level or the good way that we have at the moment in the UK and Ireland to do something better than what it is now. So thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I think that actually leads me to my next question.
Okay.
On the continuing from where you are, with the close relationship that you have had with the chapter executives so far, and with all the good things that you have been able to achieve with the chapter, with your activities in the chapter. What are some of the things that the previous administration did that you think are laudable, programs that you think, or laudable activities that you think are things that are worth carrying on, or that you hope to build upon? If you hope to build upon any of them, how would you intend to do that?
Okay, thank you very much. So indirectly, I'm trying to put out my manifesto, what I wanted to do. That's the asking me, okay, which I named the 5 pillars.
Okay.
And the 5 pillars is based on what the current administration has done. I know you did say the past, but because they are still in office, we haven't gone to election yet. So I'll say the current administration. Yeah. What they have done and what I'm building on. Current administration, before they came into power, we had 13 branches. And then within the short space of time, they add 17 branches to it.
Wow. So
now we have 30 branches. And that is not something that you can, it's easy. You can do easily. No. And this current administration, the administration that instead of 4 years, they spent 3 years in office because of what happened in the past. Yeah. So it's only 3 years that they are spending in office. And within this period, they add 120% of what branches to it. Then you realize that, okay, they've done a lot. It did not stop there. The current administration also managed to make sure that, okay, we raise enough support financially to support the election 2024. And most people also went back home to also support during the limited registration. They were there. During the election itself, they were there. And every time they are there. So if they've done all this for the chapter here, you can see that, yes, they have a good plan. That doesn't mean there's no administration that you say there's no problem in it. They have their fair share of the challenges, but it depends how they deal with it. How they deal with some of these things is, okay, now, what they can deal with, they dealt with. What they cannot, they also pass it toward the higher authority. Because, you see, people will say that, okay, why don't you deal with it here or that? But what people tend to forget is we have a structure and constitution that you need to follow. So anything that you are doing, you need to use the constitution to what? Make sure you do it accordingly. Now, me stopping there, I would go into now what I'm bringing on board, which has called the 5 pillars. The 5 pillars, I think, is about time that you can learn. We have a transparent administration. Transparent administration means what? In terms of our finance. Because you see, most of the time, we tend to have this issue that, okay, when administration goes, the treasurer cannot, there's no accountability and all that. This is something I think that, okay, even this administration, I'm even taxing them before they go out of office. I want them to work to make sure they run their account properly and do a proper handover so that we know what is left and what is not left. That also helped me, if I become the chairman, to know what I'm taking over. And 4 years' time, when I'm going, I'll know what I'm leaving behind. It's one of the key things. So it means we'll put accounting principles in place and make sure every penny or every pound that we spend will be accounted for. That's one of the things. Also, current administration have got this mindset, okay, the idea that, which is very good, that it is about time that you can around chapter have a place of their own, which is a meeting place of their own. That, which I also believe in it and bought into it, and I was even part of the committee, current administration, part of the committee who's supposed to see into that. So, and that is something that I think, okay, now we being in power, it opened the opportunity for us to make sure that we acquire a place of our own. Now, the benefit of that, if you have a place of our own, it means, you see, we have part of the understanding here. Let's say the guideline is every branch need to pay 60% of their dues to the chapter. Now, if you have a place of our own, when we are not using it, we can even be renting it out. It will be making money for the chapter. So the chapter will not be rely on the branches 60% to run their activities. And that will also take the pressure off the branches. So that it means it's win-win for everyone. Apart from we making sure that we have a place of our own as well, it also gives opportunity for the branches that whenever they want to run activity and they're having challenges of where to run it, they have a place to do that. Now, then the next question people are asking me is, how am I going to get that done? Now, I have a 4-year plan because, you know, every administration you have 4 years. I have a 4-year plan of how this will be done. Now, we're going to set up a committee that their purpose will be is, okay, to go out there and look around for an area that they think, oh, this is a suitable area for us to purchase a place. Now, we look at the value. Now, how the other opportunity, other alternative is that we are going to raise funds. If at least we get 40% of the fund, we know that we can solicit help from our seniors who used to be here and now back home Ghana. They will find a way to support us to achieve that. There are 3 ways of achieving a property. We can go into a long lease, we can go to a partnership, and we can go a right purchase as well. So there are things that we put in place to make sure that this is done. All this is we giving ourselves within 4 years to achieve all this. And after this, I'm not stopping there. There's something that happens in Ghana that doesn't happen here. Welfare. Welfare is a key thing. We in the diaspora, there are some people here, they have no parents, they have no family, they have nobody here. But when they join here and they join NDC, NDC is their families, everything. How, as a party, what are we doing to support those people when they are in need or in challenges? So the thing is that I am saying that I'm coming to introduce a welfare system into the party. Although we are setting amount dues that we pay, now, within the committee, we'll sit and agree that, okay, let's increase our dues. Whatever is due to the party, go to the party. The rest will also go into the welfare kitty. And that become a fund, a legacy fund that we will use to purchase insurance for members. So that should they have a challenge, there's something that they will rely on. There can be bereavement, illness, or emergency. There's something to rely on. So welfare is the key. One of the key items I want to consider, that we make sure that we get it out of the way, to make sure that everybody here, one way or the other, have something to rely on should in case there's a challenges. Also, when we look at, if you look in around the whole world now, we have the youth as well, who are the main people and the brain behind everything. But then when it comes to politics, after we want to silence the youth a bit. It's, oh, look, they just come, they should wait for their turn. But now, I'll use my own president now, JM. You know, when he appoint most of the youth, what were people saying? These people, look, they are come to mess up, they are come to do this and all that. But now look at what is happening. They are doing great and marvelous work. It means there's a potential that the youth can do. So my own is let us get the youth involved in politics, let them understand. And how do we do that? That's why we have the the tertiary institution here that will focus on them and make sure we bring them, all of them, into politics for them to understand, so that one day they also take over from us and move on with that. From there, if this is also done, then the women as well, which all of us, that without the women we are not here. So we have to see how do we support the women as well to also be part of the party, and let them, their voice be heard as well. So we have plans for the women as well to also participate in most of the things we'll be doing. I'm not stopping there. Also, you see, if as an NDC, we have different diasporan chapters. But if you want our voice to be heard, we have to know how to come together as inter-diaspora chapters. If we have come together, if we have one voice, it means our impact and our voices will be loud, and Ghana, or our executive in Ghana will hear us louder. They'll give us that respect that we want as well. That is something that I think that it is key in everything that we think we will decide to do. These are just a few of things that I would like to put out there, and then people will buy into it. And because I'm saying this as being the arrowhead, but the committees will be set, and all departmental head will also join and make sure that we get this right, so that in the future we will not say what we did not do what we're supposed to do. Lastly, we have 30 branches. All the 30 branches, the question is, how are they faring? How would we know how they are faring? So we are going to introduce quarterly reports. They will be writing quarterly report to the chapter. So with that, the chapter will know which branches are struggling and which branches are not struggling. That way, the chapter will know the branches to help. And that, you see, how the benefit of writing quarterly report is also helping the chapter to also summarize that report, to continuously communicate to our Accra, the national executives, to know that, look, this is what we are doing consistently. It what bring the unity, understanding, communication between us here and the national executive. So these are just a few things that I will roll out there with my team, and we'll get it done. Thank you.
You do have a full plate.
Yes.
Yeah. But you see, the plans are all well and good. But in order for them to be actualized or operationalized,
yes.
One needs to be able to also identify some challenges that, or anticipate the things that could prevent them from implementing or achieving their aim, so that they can strategize around that. And of course, every organization, like you said, no organization is perfect. Every organization has challenges. What are some of the challenges that you anticipate could come up in trying to operationalize this, your 5-pillar aspiration that you intend to carry out, that probably would block you from achieving that?
Okay, thank you, Albert. Before I go on to the pros, and then because I'll look. You did say something that there might be challenges. You see, all these plans, I have a tracker for 4 years. So each year there's a limit, a target we have to meet. So if you are not meeting that target, then we know something's not right. Then we'll look at to review it, because as you said, we plan things, but what happened might be different. So since, let's say, all the 5, if I have to break it down, which will take too much time, it's like, okay, year 1, what is supposed to happen? Year 2, what's supposed to happen? Year 3, what's supposed to happen? And year 4 is supposed to be the time that we are writing finally everything to hand over to the new administration camp. Now, possible. In politics, we like it or not, it's money that makes politics move. Yeah. So it is, if you are not having the financial resources, then most of these things might not be achievable. But then it depends how you sell the idea as well to the members here. Because if our hope and everything is, rely on somebody else, then it will not happen. But if we didn't ask, we see that, okay, this idea that this person is bringing, welfare, youth, women, and all, accountability and place of meeting. If everybody sit and realize that, okay, what this Chairman David want to bring is good, I believe they will buy into the idea and their support. You see, in life, the most important thing is having determination and a zeal. If you have determination and a zeal, you conquer everything. So I know that there might be a challenge here and there, but I don't believe that there's nothing that is too big for for us to achieve. And I don't think there's not anything on the earth that there's no solution to it as well. The moment you are focused and determined, you will achieve it.
All right. This is my last but one question to you.
Okay.
So let's say 4 years from now. Yep. When is there a specific date for the elections now?
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet. Yeah.
All right.
But we know it will happen. It will happen before. Let's say before November. Before Congress. Before Congress. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's say that we've gone for elections, and you have won, and you are blessed to have been, Congress have given you a wonderful team to assist you do your work. Let's close our eyes. Let's say we close our eyes and open our eyes, and we are in 2028, and your tenure has come to an end. How would the NDC UK Ireland look like? What is your idea of success in your vision for the chairmanship of the UK Ireland chapter?
Okay. Thank you, Albert, again. So if 2028, then it means you are saying I should do only 2 years, but it's supposed to be 2030.
Sorry, 2030. Sorry.
Yeah. So it means I have to do the 24-hour economy here. So it means that, yeah, I'll be able to achieve that. Yeah. Right. With the manifesto, with the plans I have, I foresee that for 2030, we'll be talking of something different. We'll move on from where we are now. And, life, how it is, every day things are progressing. New things are coming. But the plans that I have now, the most important, I want to achieve them by 2030. And then from 2030, we'll look at what is needed to be done. Should, in case I'm still there, they will move from there. If somebody comes to them, the person will also say, yes, what you said. That's why I said that, okay, at the end of the day, I have a tracker, which I'll put out there all the 4 years, what is expected of me, what needs to be done. And then members will check and see if what Chairman David Kwal said he will do, has he achieved it? If he hasn't achieved it, then things will fail. If I achieve it as well, then they will know that, okay, yes, this is his target that he has set, and he has achieved his target. So I know that the future is bright. And with the team that currently, the people who wanted to serve in the chapter, I know that all of them are enthusiastic and prepared to work. I know that we can achieve, better things, together.
Wonderful. I would say that probably I would ask you for your final message, but before we go there,
yes,
you are aspiring for the position of chairmanship.
That's right.
There are lots of people who are listening to us, who are watching us. Some of who are people who have votes to cast. Some of who are people who know people who can cast votes. If you were to talk to one of those people to tell them why of the people who would avail themselves for the position, why it has to be you who should be voted or given the nod as the chairman of the NDC UK Ireland chapter, what will you tell the person?
Okay, thank you. So let's say potential voters out there. This comrade David Kwal, aspiring to become the chapter chairman. I will say to you, all of you, question whoever comes to you that they want your vote. Look at their track record, what they have done, and based on what they have done, you'll be able to say to yourself, yes, they will be able to do what they want to do or what they say they will do. But should somebody come to you and just giving you promises with sweet words, and you know within your heart that they will not be able to take you where you want to, and you vote for them, then it means you are taking the chapter backwards. I always say my work is my campaign and my record is my voice. So when you check on the work that I've done with the UK and Ireland chapter and my record, you know that there's no other person than Chairman David Kwao to become the chairman of the UK and Ireland chapter. And that's why I'll say I thank you all, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Well, you heard the man. When a man, he sees his word is his his work is his word, you should look at him for what he has done and not listen to the sweet talks and promises of people who have not walked the journey, people who don't have the evidence to show. In this case, for those who are in UK, Ireland, you have been with him, you have worked with him, you have walked with him, you know him. And so he said, he is here. He is offering himself to serve you more. And so the ball is in your court. Honorable, before we say bye-bye to you, would you have something else that you'd like to add shortly?
Oh, yes. Before I go, I'll need to thank yourself and the host team for giving this opportunity to speak to viewers and listeners. All that I will say is the NDC party is a party for the future. We want to build something that will always look back and be happy about. NDC is not only in the UK, NDC is almost everywhere. So wherever you are listening, please join NDC and let us build Ghana for betterment for all of us. And then when we look back, we'll say, yes, we've done it together. Because I believe in your unity and togetherness, and we'll achieve more. Thank you. And may God bless us all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, which better way to end the show than for having these nice words from Mr. David Kwao. Mr. Kwao, we are grateful to you for your time. We are grateful that you made time to join us this evening for this show, and that you have been able to sell to us and tell us what you have for the good people of NDC UK Ireland chapter as your warm-up for the show. And so, like we said, the race is on, and Mr. Kwao is out there. For those who have votes to cast, it is your decision to make. He said he has walked with you, he has worked with you, you know him. You don't need words for convincing that what you have to look at is his track record and what he has done. On this note, we say a very big thank you to all our viewers and listeners who made time to join us today for the show. We say a very big thank you to our listeners on Sakina Information Center in Tatali. And we say thank you to our listeners on Adelimai Information Center. Also, our listeners on High FM 3.7 in the Eastern region. Also, our listeners on the King's Radio in Accra. And for all our viewers and listeners who are joining us on all social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on all other networks that you may join us from, we're grateful that you made time to join us. Until we come your way again next week with yet another exciting show, we say stay blessed, God bless you, God bless our homeland Ghana. Good evening to you all.
The country where I come from, the truth is irony. Just like animal farm, justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence, Islamic leaders silence. Kings and queens, silence. Traditional leaders, silence.